Another day, another Porsche at Obsession Car Detailing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Saad and this is Obsession Car Detailing, the weekly recap coming at you live every week on YouTube. First up, Porsche Macan EV. Now we've done a few of these over the past couple of years or so. I've really come to like these cars. I'm actually driving one at the moment. I've got one on loan from Porsche Centre Canberra. It was my car's in for a service and a few other things. So I've got one. I've been driving around in that. I'll be honest. I know, everyone knows I'm not really the biggest fan of electric cars. I think philosophically they don't kind of sit well with me, but I think I'm a convert. I really do like the Porsche Macan, and I think electric cars definitely have their place, and I would love an electric car, even like a BYD, to use as a daily, because I do drive a lot, and it would save me a hell of a lot in fuel. The problem is there is no car that I own that I would willingly sell to get an EV, so the only option is to buy another EV, and it doesn't make sense to spend $70,000 or whatever on an EV to save $100 a week in fuel, but that's life. We're on this one. We're doing full paint protection film, interior coating, interior film. What else? Wheel coating on this one as well. Let's see what Matteo is up to. Matteo, how you been, buddy? How's this car going? Looks pretty straightforward. Any challenges with this one that you want to share?
Nah, so far so good. It's a very interesting color.
Yeah, it's a great color. I love it.
Yeah, at least, it's not a boring color.
Yeah.
I would have chosen silver wheels.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. Actually, silver would look better, I think.
Yeah, it has too much of black, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Now this one, we didn't remove the badges. How are the lineups of the badges and everything? Were the XPEL pattern good?
Yeah, the alignment is perfect. Maybe for the next one, we can shrink it a little, but the alignment is very good.
Yeah, I mean, the best option, of course, is always to remove the badges and install new ones. But these badges are expensive, and spend $500-600 on badges. And I don't think if you have a Porsche, you want Alibaba badges on them, do you?
Yeah, the price usually is very crazy. And I mean, this is not like a GT3 or something. This is probably a daily from someone who has more cars. They just want this car protected, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Interior on this one as well. Interior is really quite nice. Do you like the white interior?
Yeah, I like it, but it's very, very difficult to look after. You have to clean it all the time, so I don't think it's the best option for a daily.
It depends. If you got kids, definitely not.
Yeah.
But I think for other people, I mean, I really like it because it's not black. I'm just over black interiors.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. Matteo, anything else you want to share with us? How's life been? Otherwise, anything interesting happening? What was that? Did the car just honk at us?
Yeah, the car keeps beeping. I don't understand why. It's unlocked, but I don't know. Now I just want to say we are doing the center console, the rear AC switch plastic, and the screens in matte film.
Yeah. So really good. That's included complimentary. Every car that we do with full PPF gets complimentary matte PPF on the screens if you want it, and also like center console PPF if the pattern's available. For all Porsches it is. Other than that, man, anything else? How's life?
Very good. Working on my residence, which is very good. I'm happy, and yeah, waiting for that.
Awesome. Thanks, Matteo. Moving along, actually, we've got Matteo's uncle's car here. Since you saw it last time, I think the windows have been tinted. The wheels have been coated. There was one wheel that needed a repair. It's been repaired by Chad from Auto Colors. They've been coated. The car's been washed and prepped. It was supposed to start getting a correction, but when it rains, it pours, which you'll find out in a second what I mean there. And we had to put it to the side for a bit. Luckily, it's... Oh, that was loud. But luckily it's Matteo's uncle's car, so he said he's happy to wait. Let's go on and see what else is happening. If you like my purple M3, be sure to subscribe. So we've got this Dodge Ram 1500 in. Mikey has been working on the interior of this one. So this one, an interesting one, sent to us from the guys at Kelly Bodyworks. Stolen and recovered vehicle. Basically, the car was stolen and then found, and it was just filthy and messed up inside. So it's been given to us to detail the interior and make it safe again. Mikey, tell me about the interior of this car. What's it been like?
Oh, tons of makeup, smashed glass, and a bunch of like the fingerprint stuff that they use.
So a suspicious looking white powder everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was fingerprint. It wasn't cocaine. It was fingerprint dust. Yeah.
No, if it was cocaine, I'd like dust into a little bag and sell it.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Everything we say on this on the show is for entertainment purposes only, and everything is a comedic effect. Isn't that right, Mikey?
Yeah.
Other than that, man, how you been? We've got all this stuff there. So that's like after how many seats is that? How's that one?
Oh no, we did that like 4 or 5 times. Like it just kept getting black. Like I'd do the base of a seat and it'd just be black. So toss it out and redo it.
Well. Next up, I think you're going to do the Caprice, the interior in this one. And then what else you got? You were going to do the Range Rover, but I think this has taken so long. So yeah, I think Kai started on that. Other than that, man, how's life? You said you're finishing up school pretty soon. You're finishing school early, is that right?
Yeah. Let's go. I got to finish early. I've got all the goods, like thumbs up to leave early. So that would be pretty.
So what's your plans then for the next 6 months? What are you going to do? You said you're going to, how's your air conditioning, your air freshener company going? Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. I was working on like the marketing for cartoons and just like ways to scale it up.
I mean, you want to scale it up, but how many customers do you have right now?
6.
Okay, all right, yeah. So how about this, mate? My advice would be work on getting 10 customers. Don't worry about scaling. It's not like you're trying to sell 6 million air fresheners. I think get to 10 and then go from there.
Yeah, scale up, double my revenue,
Yeah, exactly. So if you go from 6 to 12, you've doubled your revenue. Amazing.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Holden Caprice. So we'll talk about this in a sec because when we go and speak to Kai, 2-stage correction, ceramic coating, come up amazing. What a cool car. They don't make them like this anymore, do they? In fact, they don't make them at all, unfortunately. Now this car, you sit in the back. You know what? Let me show you. This is amazing. You could like have a party in the back. Look at that. Look at this legroom. Like, you got a TV screen there, TV screen here. You got this awesome like quilted leather. There's so much space here. You can't get cars like this anymore. Well, you can get a BMW 7 Series or a Mercedes S-Class. I think the owner paid 14 grand for this. So what a sick car. I'd love to be chauffeured around one of these. This is amazing. But when it came in, it was absolutely trashed. I can't even begin to explain. And unfortunately, because we've been so busy, I didn't really get any before photos or videos. Maybe Kai would have. So keep it on Instagram. I'll post something there. But yeah, it's just been coated. It just looks amazing. Like, just look at it. It does not look like, I'm not sure what year it is, but it does not look old at all. Amazing car. This is the Porsche Macan here. Thanks to Porsche Centre Canberra. They've lent this to me for a couple of days whilst my car's getting some work done to it. Really enjoying driving this around. It's currently plugged in, it's charging. I suppose my one problem with EVs is that how long they take to charge. If you don't have a fast charger, which we don't, we've got the setup. I've got to get my electrician to come in and install it. It's kind of like if you've got, say, 0 kilometers of fuel in your car, you can just go out, get some fuel, and you're okay. If you've got 0 range in your EV, you got to wait a long time to charge it. Like maybe it's a fast charger that can charge it for you, and that's the way to do it. But that's I suppose that's the thing. EVs will never beat the convenience of a petrol or diesel powered car because you can get petrol or diesel basically from anywhere. But the fact that we've got solar, this car is basically free to run, which is great. Let's come along, guys. Volkswagen Golf. This was supposed to come in last week. It didn't, but it came in this week. It's just had an intensive single-stage correction and a coating for a good customer of ours. It's the customer's bought it for his son as his son's first new car. Then we've got this Range Rover autobiography. Now, this belongs to one of my OG customers from back in the day. He had an Audi RS4 supercharger one from many years ago. This belongs to his late father. It was his father's favorite car, and he's asked us to get this car ready and make it look all schmick and perfect and spruce it up for his father's funeral. And so we're doing that. It was he called me and last minute job, so that's why we pushed aside Mateo's uncle's car because he's cool. We're going to give this car a really solid single stage correction. The paint's pretty hammered, but give it a real solid single stage correction and then do an interior detail as well. Let's talk to Kai and see what he's up to. Kai, how you been, buddy?
Yeah, a little damp.
Damn, why? What happened?
Oh, I've just been washing this Range Rover.
Yeah, because usually get Mikey to prep most of the cars for you, don't you?
But there was a couple of things on this one that I noticed that I was like, I want to just make sure that's done right.
Sweet. Now, I was just pointing out earlier that when it rains, it pours. So by that, somehow this week and last week, you just ended up with all this correction work. We went through this whole period where there was just doing new cars, or not really a lot to do for you, let's be honest. And now we got 2 black Commodores, a grey, a Golf, a Range Rover. There's some other correction you did, an RS5. What else has there been? There's been heaps recently, hasn't there?
Yeah, and I like how recently it's been just like in-depth corrections on black cars. This one's an intensive one-step correction due to the time frame. It doesn't have time for a nice solid two-step. The Statesman Caprice, that was a really, really intensive one. That was...
Yeah, but you end up really that one, the budget was a one-step, but we kind of just are nice and did him a two-step, didn't we?
Yeah. Mate of another customer came in and, you know, you mentioned a couple of names, you might get a little bit of special.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Like, you know, we don't give professional treatment, but, you know, if you are a friend of the business and you've been referred, we will try and look after you where we can, especially look when it's a bit quieter, you know, car can afford to spend a bit more time. You've been smashing out corrections so much so that we've had to order some new pads.
Yeah, I've been going through a couple of the pads we use specifically towards like the outer edges of the pad, because they're being used on the rotor and the rotors are, you know, a little bit more intensive. So these pads are getting a little chewed up. It's not my fault, I swear.
Let me just grab one.
Yeah. That's the new one. He's grabbing a new one. Let me just duck off and grab one of the old ones. All right, so if you know the pad, you know the pad.
Wait, is that the same pad?
It's the same pad.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
I kind of get two different use lives out of this. You can see this is how they start life, you know, all happy and ready to enjoy the world. But then this is me after. I probably get about, I'd say, 7 or 8 cars out of this in a rotary purely because of the edge. When I'm with the rotary, you will have noticed it's tilted, so it's going to put more stress on these outside fibers. So those kind of get shorter and deteriorate a lot quicker than the inside fibers. Which is then when these quit serving life as a rotary pattern, then I chuck them on the DA and you can get another same amount, another like 7 or 8 cars out of them.
Nice.
So.
What about glass? You use glass as well?
No. Sometimes. Depends. If the scratches are bad, I'll use the CarPro glass pads and the Seroglass.
Yeah, Lake Country. These are Lake Country wool pads.
Yeah,
I forgot them exactly.
They're
Lake Country.
They're solid.
Yeah.
On a rotary, yes, there's more aggressive pads you can use. Obviously, you can get the old school like twisted wool pads.
I do have a twisted wool pad somewhere here. I think it's upstairs. I haven't used it in years.
Yeah.
I just never got along with it. I just didn't like how big they were, and it's just how much heat they generated. I was like, nah.
Yeah. So with those, like, if there's a car that needs it, we'll go to that. But at the same time, if you're going that far, you may as well just kind of start with sanding. So yeah, been going through a couple. I finished off one of our last ones with the Caprice. It's now in service as a DA correction pad. So yeah. And I like the fact that the VESS that's in there is a one that we don't really have a time frame on. Yeah. So if cars come in and someone's like, oh, you want to just leave it here now? It's like, oh, cool. I'm not doing the Commodore. Sick.
Yeah, I mean, like this one.
You can have this back too.
Rick came by and I was like, bring it in tomorrow. And I was like, actually, no, it's Thursday today. You may as well just leave it here and we can start it and everything because hopefully it'll be done in time for the funeral. Yeah, beautiful car. The paint's hammered, but I reckon we'll get it at 80%. Have we coated the wheels on the Commodore yet? I know Chad came and we fixed.
No, because it got
on.
And then it just came off.
That's right. Yeah, it was on the hoist. Yeah. So maybe that can go on the hoist at some point, and maybe Mikey can do the wheels or something next week.
Good wheel well hit and undercarriage hit as well, and then get started on it too.
Yeah,
it looks great in the booth at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's lacking. It's interesting. You compare that Commodore and the Caprice are both the same black. Like you can't see swirls in the booth. That lighting doesn't show swirls, but the black doesn't look as black, if you know what I mean. The Caprice looks like you've gotten the contrast slider in Photoshop and turned it up, whereas that one just looks a bit washed out in comparison.
Yeah, exactly. Like I took a video in there yesterday of like just before as we were closing up because it's nice and dark, of the booth lights on and it looked great. And then you turn the booth lights off and you put like one of our little scan grip like floodlights on it and it's just spider webs.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, right? So like for PPF and for coatings, you almost want that kind of flat, diffuse lighting, but for correction, you don't want that. You know, that just that hides defects. So yeah. Other than that, man, how's the bike? Anything interesting? You mentioned you are going to do a service on the bike. You been riding much? It's winter. It's cold. I'm so cold, guys. I don't know, something's wrong with me. I feel. My wife says to me, she complains that I feel too cold. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I feel cold. What are you going to do about it? My body works differently to yours. It's not very fair, is it?
Yeah, you've lost a little bit of body fat, so you know you.
I mean, does body fat actually keep you warm? Like, I don't know. I feel that like for whales it does, but I don't know. Like for humans, does body fat keep you warm? I don't know.
I feel like it does.
Okay, all right.
You never see like an extremely overweight person with a bunch of layers on.
Yeah, true. And actually, extremely overweight people tend to sweat a lot as well. They get very hot.
Yeah. Because it is kind of a workout when you're at that weight moving that around. Well,
God, my M3 is a good-looking car. Oh, don't you reckon the best thing we ever did on this car was remove the black and make it chrome and remove the tinted headlights and just make it, I don't know.
I was very skeptical about it. When we put the chrome grills in, I was kind of like, but it had tint on the headlights. So after taking the tint off the headlights, it fits together. So.
Yeah, it looks amazing. But yeah. Other than that,
the bike is good. Bike's good. I now wear about 6 layers on top whenever I ride anywhere. 2 layers.
You just eat more food to get fat. Won't need to wear as much.
Not a bad idea.
Become a powerlifter, mate. I think that's why people. Yeah, I think that's why gym guys become powerlifters, because they realize it's easier just to eat lots of food and lift heavy stuff than it is to cut weight and look jacked. You know what I mean?
I hear people say it's very miserable. So yeah, and I got pants underneath these pants, and I keep my motorbike pants on all day, because having like knee pads is one of the best things as a detailer that's not sitting in a stool or a chair all the time. Fucking softies. A lot of the time I've got one knee on the ground or 2 knees on the ground, so it's like it takes a little bit of fucking stress off the old knees. And it's adorable, and I'm warm, so
good to hear. Anything else, mate? Anything else interesting happening, or any other tips or tricks? What's your tip of the week for our audience?
Acid.
As in the music, the drug? What are we talking about?
All of it. No, wheel acid, or your sort of like what you'll get in stores, and the best sort of thing to get in store is an aluminium cleaner and brightener that has hydrofluoric acid in it.
Don't drink it.
Don't drink it. Wear gloves.
And respirators, masks. Don't get any in your skin.
Yeah. It's caustic, toxic, whatever. But it is fantastic for removal of water spots, water stains, and like calcium buildup in edges. That's what I've done.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff, guys. Like, every chemical has its place. The reason people are told to stay away from acidic stuff is because generally you can ruin things. But if you know what you're doing, it is perfectly safe. But if you don't know what you're doing, just don't use wheel acid or anything. Don't go around. But professionals out there, I think wheel acid is very underrated.
Yeah. General consumer. If you're just washing a car regularly, I wouldn't really worry about it. But if you're a detailer and you do not use acid for some stuff, you need to, because it will save you so much time. It's so much hassle, and you'll wonder how you live life without it.
Awesome. Thanks, Kai. So everyone out there, use acid. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and until next time, stay protected.